Alright guys, in case you didn't know, the New York Knicks just won the championship last night. So, I haven't made myself a pair of shoes in quite a while, so I thought why not? Now's the time. So I ran to the Nike outlet, picked up these cuties, and I'm ready to make a pair for the ticker tape parade on Thursday. Alright, before I jump in to showing you guys how to do this, can we talk about how this came with like the cutest little basketball charm? I love it. It's like the simple things that just make me happy. So I'm really excited about that. But besides that, what I'm going to show you guys how to do, I'm going to show you how to prep the shoe. I'm going to show you how to use the entire Kix Kote system. That way you are getting the most out of your paint and most out of the durability. So let's get started.
If you're new to customizing shoes, what you want to do first is grab some acetone. What this is going to do is break down the finish on the leather surface. That way the paint can actually stick. I personally like to use a Scotch-Brite pad. I feel like I have more control over it and it gets the job done. It removes the finish but doesn't break into the shoe. I then follow up with a cotton ball or cotton pad to remove any leftover fibers. Next, what you want to do is tape off the shoe. You're going to put tape anywhere where you do not want paint. I personally like to rip little pieces and put them on. That way you can get really, really close, but this is all personal preference and whatever you're comfortable with. I have found through trial and error that certain tapes do work better. I personally like this Lie-Champ tape for the bigger, wider areas. I do like 2060 for the sole, and I do love the Dolphin washi tape for anything that I'm putting over the Kix Kote paint.
Okay, now that the shoes are all taped and ready to go, I'm going to give you a quick little tutorial about the Kix Kote system and what makes it different from other leather sneaker paint. Kix Kote is actually a urethane-based paint, which makes it different than all the other acrylic paints that you see on the market. The urethane base actually bites into the leather and increases the durability of the paint, which why would we not want to do that after spending hours and hours upon hours of painting on a shoe? Along with the Kix Kote system, what you get is an adhesion promoter, sticky icky, which is a cross linker. You have the finishers, you have matte, flat, gloss, and then we also have brush boost, which helps with the brushability of the paint. So if you like to hand paint a lot, brush boost is the way to go. It helps create clean lines and more flowability for the paint, giving you a little bit more control. First thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my adhesion promoter and I'm going to put in a couple of drops of sticky icky, not more than 10%, into my airbrush. I'm going to mix it up, paint the shoes, let them dry for about 15 to 30 minutes till they get that real tack, and then I will go in with colors.
Alright, going in with the adhesion promoter, sticky icky, mixing it and spraying, and then going in with my paint, sticky icky, spraying, letting it dry, repeat process.
Alright, so I got my base coat on. Yes, I know it looks absolutely ridiculous right now. You need to trust the process. There is always like that ugly stage somewhere in between. Well, this is the ugly stage. I promise they will not look like this by the time I am done with them. I have my Cricut going, cutting out my stencil. Once that's on, I'm going to put it on the shoe and then start the outlines.
Alright, so for this shoe, I'm going for the stained glass vibe. I thought maybe instead of doing just a Knicks pair, I would do more of a tribute to New York City as a whole, but obviously blue and orange everywhere. This stencil was such a pain in the butt to put on. It took forever. If you saw my last video, this is where the whole patience part of it kicks in. But once I got it on, I went back, painted my black to make the lines pop, and then just prayed as it dried. I let it set for a little bit and then went to town on peeling off the stencil.
Alright, so after about 800 hours, They are all peeled, the stencil is off. What I'm gonna do next actually, so I have more control of the color, is I'm gonna go in and hand paint the little squares, the color that I want, and get the detail that I want. I'm going to add all my paint to my paint palette along with brush boost to help with the flowability and the clean lines with the paint, and let's see how it goes from here.
So this is a good time just to remind you to really shake up your bottles well before using them. They can start to separate if they're sitting for too long. And then remember, add brush boost to your paint if you're hand painting, and also remember to add sticky icky. You do not need more than 10%, I promise, but it is going to make your paint so incredibly durable. Alright, then it was time to get painting a million of these tiny little itty bitty squares to the colors that I want. I definitely wanted to go more of royal and more of a deeper orange, so going in a little bit at a time and adding a little bit of reflection, and I think I'm going to be here forever. This was about the point of the process where I was like, why did I do this to myself? At this point, I lost track of how many hours I've been doing this. Alright, it was time to do the sock liner. So you want to do 70% paint, 20% water, 10% soft feel. Mix it really well, apply it to the sock liner, and then heat set. At least this part is very soothing to watch.
All right, so after many hours of painting, I let these sit and dry overnight. Now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of paint and brush boost and fill in any little spaces or anything that I have to touch up. And then I'm going to sew on these really cool tongue tags that I made at my brother's shop using a fun digital printer. I thought they were a cool touch to the whole stained glass theme. So let's see how it goes.
So, of course, I couldn't find a straight edge when I needed it, so I used my Art of the Game competition acceptance letter. And yes, I know, I'm a hot mess, do not judge me, but it got the job done. Once they were cut, I headed over to my leather cobbler to sew them on. If you're interested in a sewing tutorial, let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to do another video on how to do this.
All right, so touch-ups are done. I'm about to go in with my matte Kix Kote finisher. I'm gonna brush it on this time. I really wanna make sure that I get into all the little nooks and crannies of the shoe, and then I'm gonna lace them up and they're gonna be done. All right, they're laced up and ready to go. These babies are done. I am so proud of how they came out. They are so cool. My New York or nowhere. I love them. I can't wait to rock them at the parade tomorrow. So I hope you guys like them. I hope you like this video. Like, subscribe, comment, follow me on Instagram, send me pictures of what you're working on. I really would like to see. I hope you learned a little bit about Kix Kote. I hope you learned a little bit about painting, and I hope you had a little bit of fun along the way.